Hello everyone, welcome to my video again of Tarot of Light. Today we will be talking about card number 13. Is the card named Death, alright? This is a scary card for many people just because the name itself, right? Death. So people tend to think that it's going to be a physical death around them, alright? That is not the case. It rarely means so, and if it does, it comes with other cards, all right? That I really have seen this card alone meaning that. It comes with other cards, right? Spades and things like that, that also indicate the same movement, okay? So when we have 2-3 cards that are in the same direction, then we can talk something about maybe, and again, not necessarily, depending on the whole bunch of the cards. Remember, this is wholesome, all right? So we look at the other meanings and we can deduct then that might be in game, in play, physical death. But that's like, oh my God, like 99.9% of the readings does not involve that, all right? So I want to give you peace of mind and not to worry about it, because the real meaning of this card, which I wish, was named differently, is change, all right? It's not death, it's change. I feel the reason it was called, in the creation of the tarot, death, is because when change truly happens, what it involves is the letting go, if you will, the death of previous concepts, right? Of previous ideas, previous notions. Those die and new ones are born, right? So that's what really the big meaning of this card is, that kind of death, which is really change. Death of all patterns, death of all ideas, death of all concepts. If you notice also, which I think is fantastic in this card, all right? The horse, right? We have here the image of a skeleton with an armor, okay? But if you notice, the horse is what is going forward. It's not stopping. This could easily be portrayed as a horse that is a stop, but if you notice, the horse is moving forward. So the change is moving forward no matter what. And also, if you look at the representation here, the symbology of the card, you can see everyone goes through change. That means here you can look, here, I don't know if you can see it. Maybe you haven't seen it in your own card. There's a king lying here, possibly death, okay? There's the crown, the scepter, the coat. And that means it touches everyone. People of power. Here's the Pope, or a high priest, if you will. Depends on how you see it, whether it's Catholic or not. And he's talking to death, talking to change, but it's going to move forward. Here, a young lady and a boy. So basically, it doesn't matter what stage of life you're in, meaning an age, young, a boy, young, mature, older, change is happening. Death is happening, all right? So this is a card that it's, as it says, it kind of indicates an abrupt change that has not been anticipated, all right? It's not a bad change. It's not a good change. It's change. It's just change that is going to happen. I think as some changes, we see them coming, some we don't. So this is the typical card that represents, we didn't see it coming, all right? As I said, it really does indicate death, physical death. Instead, it signifies the impermanence of all things, reminding us that everything changes with the passage of time. This card symbolizes a great change that is coming soon. It's also, this card, the death card, symbolizes the process that allows for new things to come into our life, for new things to flourish when the old things are gone. Okay, so like we said before, old habits must vanish if new habits are to be put in into their place. Because, if everything was permanent and nothing changed, then there would be no movement in life, right? We saw that in the previous card when we saw the hangman. The hangman is a card that has to do with the stagnation, no movement, all right? And it calls for the person to analyze him or herself, to look inwards, to then create the change, to then create the movement forward, all right? It could be change in thinking, in experience, or in existence, all right? And the only thing is, in many cases, because the changes is not anticipated, is a little bit startling. People are surprised by the change. So when you get this card, the good thing when you do your tarot reading, is that you have some knowledge that something is coming up your way. So, again, in a nutshell, this card means abrupt change, unexpected. It reminds us of impermanent, things are moving forward. It is reorientation, and it also involves possibly the ending of something because we're changing into something new now. All right? And as always, if you have any question about this, just leave a comment below. I'll be happy to answer. And please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.